Yes, guys, you do got the power. Thank you so much for the Dr. John Oda method, guys. I'm pumped up. I'm excited. Happy New Year. Oh my goodness, guys. We're in 2023 and we freaking made it. Guys, this is Jazz first. It's a fresh start. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to listen to me. If it's day, evening, night, in the car, wherever I bet you're at, thank you. Guys, it's going to be a special podcast. So I decided to give you guys a complete goal setting workshop today. Why? Because I know a lot of people, they don't set resolution goals. I was talking to the gym guys. A lot of people don't set the goals. They said, because I set a goal and they never happen. Well, the challenge is if you set a goal and don't look at the damn goal, it's not going to happen, right? So today I'm going to explain to you the process, the concept, whatever takes place. But here's what I want you to do, right? I want to take you on a different path, right? Paul said a New Year's resolution. Why don't you work on every area of your life? Because if you focus, now think about it, if you focus on one goal and one goal only, just say lose weight, or just say to make money. Just in every other area, you're completely messed up. Your relationship's messed up. Your physical body's messed up. Your mission's messed up. Your emotions are messed up. It's pretty much hard. So think of your goal as being a wheel, right? And if it's a wheel, and if you are going for money and everything else is messed up, it's not going to run smoothly. And that's how people's lives are. So we're going to go through a workshop, have you guys reach your goals and get your goals. And if you need some more help, guys, I'd love to help you out. But I do believe what I'm going to teach you guys today, you're not going to probably need my help. My number one goal is to give you guys a gift. So this is my Motivational Monday. It's going to come out on Tuesday of the 3rd due to the fact that if my mom and dad was alive, they would have been married for 76 years. January 3rd is the most special day of the whole year because that's when mom and dad had me, of course, I'm 8 of 10. And praise God, when she had me, she should have stopped because it's perfection. Just joking. I love my 2 sisters, right? But anyway, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be entertaining. My number one outcome for 2023 is to have you get your goals for what you have actually want to create inside your life. But let me tell you a backstory, right? So I was at the gym. I go to the gym every day, right? Out here in Irvine, California. 24-hour fitness, a super sport, right? So I talked to this guy. I talked to everybody, right? Literally talked to everybody. I talked to this one guy. His name is Zach. He played NBA. He played a European ball. Great. He's a great ball player. He's a great kid, Probably early 30s, 6'6", 6'7", play guard, right? Played for Arizona. I think Northern Arizona or something like that. And for the last 2 years, he have not played in the league. He hasn't played in the NBA. He hasn't played in the European League or nothing. But every day I see him in the gym, I swear his body have transformed tremendously in the last couple of years. So I asked Zach, I said, Zach, I got a question for you, man. Why do you work out so hard? You work out 3-4 hours a day. You work out a couple hours in the morning, come back in the nighttime, you do whatever that you got to do. You're still working. You're still doing everything that you have to do to focus on it. And then he says, John, I pray for blessings. I pray for God to have me go back in the league. But here's a question. He says, are you ready? Then he says, are you ready for your blessings? So Zach, I want to thank you so much because you have lit a fire underneath me. So here's a question I have for you guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for what you have prayed for? Are you ready for what you have doing the things? But here it goes. If you are ready, are you working on that thing? For him, he want to play basketball. He work out 4 hours a day. The guy looked like a Greek god, right? Are you working out on your business, doing the right activity, practicing your presentation? You want to make all this crazy money, but are you really ready for it? So the whole focus of this year for me, are you ready for 2023? And sadly to say, most people are not. Most people are not ready for what they've been praying for. And here's the sad thing about it. So just say if they actually get it and they're out of shape and they're not ready, then they go, oh my God, bad breaks or God or Buddha or Jehovah, whatever that you believe in, didn't hook a brother up or sister up. But here's the question that I have. Are you ready? 2023, guys, this is the second, third day right now. Are you ready for your blessings? So when I set goals, right, guys, so let me tell you what, a lot of people, when they set goals, they set a New Year's resolution. I'm going to work on my weight, lose weight. Okay, great. I'm going to work on my relationship, get a better relationship with my husband or my wife or my kids. Beautiful. I'm going to get inside that body. I'm going to get that six-pack. Unbelievable. But how about this? Here's my thought. Why don't you work on every area of your life? Could you imagine working on every area of your life? You start this in December and then you implement it in January? Here it goes. You work on your time. You implement a time management system. If you don't have one, of course, we do have one, right? I created a time management system. You work on your relationships. So let me tell you what my relationship is. I have a family of 9 siblings. My goal is to be closer to my family and friends, and I call them up at least once per month. Give them a call, figure out what's going on, because I want to work on every aspect. On emotions, I want to be at a level 10. I don't want to be in slavery. Let me tell you what slavery is to me. Negativity, anger, stress, worry, fear. That's slavery. Because think about it. When you're in that slavery mode, in that negative emotional mode, think about what happened. You think about it. You talk about it. You tell everybody about it. So that means that you get over it, then you talk about it again. It's almost like you have a scab, and now you're picking that scab, and you're picking it, and they get infected. Think about this, guys. If you're not in the Bible, it could be any, in the Bible that I know, right? Anybody that was successful, or the Bible greats, what did they control first? Was the emotions. They're on a higher vibration, right? They focus on joy, and they focus on the Word of God, they focus on the passion, the excitement, and having the attitude of gratitude. See, when you're in those emotions, you can't have the fear or the worry or the stress or the doubt. The biblical thing, they thanked and praised God through good times and through challenging times. Are you? Physical body. What do you want to do with the physical body? Right? My physical body, what I want to get down is 240 pounds, 12% body fat. No junk food and work out daily. And eat clean. How about you? Where do you want to be at in your weight or your physical body? Or maybe you have a body, that's unbelievable. But if you don't, you know that you're not living the best life right now. I got friends of mine who tell me who have the diabetes and who have hypertension, and they don't work out because they got a family. Excuse. That's BS. I go to the gym every morning between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning, and I see the gym is packed with people. Why? Because they want to work on at least their body. But how about hit every area of your life? My next one, guys, to contribute. You can contribute to a church. You can contribute to a foundation. You can contribute to something that, maybe your foundation that you want to is give to you is Alzheimer's or cancer or whatever, right? How are you contributing? My next one, what is your mission? What is your mission in life? So let me explain you my mission is to humbly serve my God by being loving, playful, powerful, passionate, and wealthy. To praise and thank God through you good times and bad times. It's all about service and serving my God. What's your mission? And are you living by your mission? Last but not least, How are you celebrating? Here's how I celebrate. Once per week, I take off a half a day. So probably Thursday, Friday, Monday, whatever it is, I'll take a half day off. I do something fun, right? Then 1 weekend per month, I take a small mini vacation. I go somewhere. 3 times a year, I go to a seminar or a workshop live so I can be around that environment. I take 4 weeks, I take a vacation somewhere. How do you celebrate? So here's the question that I have. If you're going to do a New Year's resolution, don't do it on one goal. Do it on every area of your life. Let me explain to you. If you work and career, right? And then if you see yourself as being at the highest level, my whole goal is to be the ultimate business growth strategist and being a world-renowned speaker, right? But I can visualize it. Time. I implement my own time management system. Relationship, be closer to family and friends. Call them at least once per month. Emotions, be at a level 10, especially at work. That's a must. But enjoy more positive emotions on a weekly basis. Physical body, my outcomes to be 240, 12% body fat. To eat clean, no junk food, work out daily, but eat clean. Contribute. It could be to a church, it could be to a foundation. What's your mission? If you don't have one, we can work on that as well. But how do you celebrate? Do you take off a day, a half a day, and do something fun? If you have a wife, do you go out on a weekly date? If you have a wife, do you go out like on a weekly mini vacation once a month? Do you work on a seminar and workshop to help your mind, body, and soul? If it's in your field or what you're doing, do you take at least 4 weeks per year on a vacation? If you're not, implement this in 2023. Because let me tell you, if you implement this part, your life will never be the same. Well, guys, let's get what's going on right now. Guys, now this is I'm excited about this one, right? I want you to get clear of what happened in 2022, right? So here's my biggest goal. My first question I have, what is your magic moments of 2022? What was something that you was just amazing? I'll tell you one of mine, right? So one of my magic moments, my brother turned, he had a birthday. Told him I'm not going to go. First I said I'm going. I said I'm not going to go. And it was all the way in Indiana, right? And I'm in California. And he's turned 60, right? So what I did was I surprised him to come to his birthday party. Man, my brother he kissed me 20 times, told me that he was so surprised that I came. He said, how long are you here? So I'm here 48 hours, man. 48 hours because I have to still go back to do seminars and stuff, right? I says, I'm still on the clock, man, but I will come and celebrate your birthday. Man, that was a magic moment that he was just amazed about. Here's a question I have for you. In 2022, what's one of your magic moments? Was it that you went to a graduation? Is it that you saw a birth of a baby? It could be yours, right? What was one of your magic moments that you experienced in 2022? My next step, number 2. What did you accomplish month by month in 2022? And if you can't think of it, look at your journal if you have one. Hope so you do have a journal. If not, look at the month and figure out what you accomplished month by month. What you accomplished last January and February and March and the whole 9 yards. Because here it goes. You guys need to record this. Because a lot of people say, man, 2022 was terrible. I said, I don't think it was terrible. I said, maybe a couple events might have been terrible. I don't think the whole 2022 was terrible. And sometimes what takes place when something happens, we blow it up so freaking big. We make it colorful. We step into the picture, right? Remember, we are the director. We are the producer. We are everything, and we can control what takes place. If we make it big and bright and loud, guess what, guys? We're going to feel this each and every day. Negative or positive. So think about, what did you accomplish in 2022, month by month? Number 3, what areas do you need to improve on did you need to improve month to month? Well, let me tell you on this one's really, I had to improve on the relationships with my friends, or what I consider my so-called friends. And a lot of them was like, they'd come to my house, they'd eat. They never invited me to their house at all. A couple of times I needed them to help me out, and they were like a no-show. So what I had to do is, right, so I consider my life as being a garden. That's funny. I wrote a book called Life's a Garden, right? But life is a garden, right? So when I was living in Michigan City, Indiana, we had this big garden. It was big. It was not a small one. It was probably about a half acre, right? And Daddy, my dad was from the South. So, so he grew up in the South. So he planted like the greens and tomatoes and the okra, the whole 9 yards, right? But before we planted this garden, we had to dig out all the weeds. We got to dig out all the weeds, take all and we had, if you know what collard greens are, these are these big old stalks, and oh my God, it's so hard to pull out these stalks. So we had to pull out the stalks, do everything else. We had to dig up the garden, tilt the garden, because we had to get it ready, right? And of course, we plant the seeds, right? I believe life is a garden. So my little saying is, what seeds do you plant each and every day? Because whatever seed that you plant, grow. But sometimes weeds come inside your garden. Now, if you keep the weeds inside your garden, is your garden like a negative friend? He or she will spoil what's going on. Imagine you take an apple, these beautiful apples, in a barrel. You put one rotten apple in that barrel. What takes place, guys? Exactly. All the apples are rotten. Why? Because of that one bad thing. I believe that life is a garden. So this year, in 2022, I had to get rid of the negativity in my life. People, situations, friends, family. I love them at a distance. But that's something that I had to improve. Because, man, I'm good with family, man. Family's everything. Friends are everything, man. But sometimes when they do you wrong or dog you out, and if you still stick with them, that's on you now. You can still forgive them. You can still love them from a distance and move forward. Does that make sense? But now think about this. Month to month, what do you guys need to improve on? A lot of you guys have been in bad relationships, and you attract the same type of guy, or attract the same type of woman, or you attract the same type of job. What do you need to improve on? Maybe you need to improve on getting better education, or going through a trade, or trying to figure out how to build a great relationship. Maybe you need to first start building a relationship with yourself. Where are you at? Number 4, what do you want to duplicate from 2022? For me, I want to duplicate how I cleaned house in 2022. Because I don't want to have the negativity or BS stuff that's going to lag me. So my dad would always say this, mom and dad would say this all the time. You can't serve 2 masters. And I was always thinking it was something different, right? But you can't want to grow an empire and have lots of negativity inside your life because you have not removed that negativity. So now you're serving 2 different things, right? So you need to figure out, what do you want to duplicate in 2022? But here's number 5. What don't you want to duplicate in 2022? Man, that is powerful. What don't you want to duplicate? Man, I don't want to duplicate the negativity, the people, the situations where I put myself at, right? One time I was waiting for some money from the SBA. It didn't come. I spent personal money, and it just completely messed me up. I had to work my butt off, clean it up, which by the grace of God I did, right? And I don't want to duplicate that. I want to have my house in order financially, physically, emotionally. So what don't you want to actually duplicate in 2022? And here's a cool one. This is a really cool one. What did you learn from this? What did you learn from this? Did you learn anything from it? I sure the hell did. When my financial house was not cleaned up around the middle of the freaking year, because I'm thinking I was going to get money from X, Y, and Z, and Daddy always told me, son, don't count your money until it's inside the bank. Or I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Count the money, it didn't show up. Oh, my God, it was a challenge, man. But, of course, I figured out my outcome, I figured out my goal, and I worked my butt off. Right? I never want to duplicate that ever again. Now, Mom always told me, my mom was a preacher kid, right? She always kept on saying, son, you have to be like an ant. An ant, in the summertime, they put food up. So in the wintertime, it's good or bad, they can survive. If you're not saving, if you're not putting stuff up, when the winter hits, and winter always comes, doesn't make a difference. If it's winter in the financials or relationship, winter always comes. If you're not ready for winter, it might destroy you. So here it goes. What did you learn from the things that you don't want to duplicate in 2022? And last but not least, what decisions did you make in 2022 for this year to carry on for next year? Wow. Now that's the personal side. Let's flip to the business side. Number one, guys, in the business side, what was your magic moment in 2022? I'll tell you what mine is. I used to have 15 websites. I created my 15 websites into one website. Only one. So it's drjohnlittle.com is my one website with all my services, all that I have. For business, that was my magic moment. For business, God has blessed me with some phenomenal clients, for business clients, for PR, for technology, for every division that we have. We got phenomenal clients. Love my clientele. In your business, if you have a business, what was your magic moment in 2022? Think about that. Next one. What did you accomplish month by month in 2022? For me, I accomplished so much. I started working with speaking bureaus right now. I started my technology side of the business. And when I put everything up on one website, I started marketing different strategies. I'm really ecstatic right now, right? But in your business, if you have a business, and if you have a business in 2022, what did you accomplish month by month? What areas do you need to improve on your business month to month? Right? So what areas that I worked on this whole year was systemizing every aspect of my business. Systemize financial thing. Now we can do merchant accounts, we can do loans, we can do so many different things right now. So if we hit to a client, the client will say yes because we have other strategies to actually make that happen. Right? For the business coaching side, right? Now we have a business coaching software. So we have literally improved every area of the business. So I look at it as a big picture. Of course, being the CEO and the president of my own business for right now. Come March and April, I won't be that. I'll hire someone else for that. I don't want to do that. I have a person in mind that I will have that person do that. I don't want to do that no more, right? But doing that, I had to set up things and everything in place to make sure that we can grow, right, in 2022 and beyond. Does that make sense? And in your business that you have, what do you need to improve on? How's your sales process? How about your marketing process? How about your management? How about the culture of your business, right? What we did in our business, I've been doing mental health for so many years. Now we implement mental health what is with our business coaching. So a lot of my clients, we work on their self-esteem, their confidence, of their blocks of that what's taking place. Because if you have a great product and service, which is great, don't get me wrong, it's great. But if you have mental blocks, or else you have self-esteem issues or problems, we now work with that. And then once we work with that and make sure everything's fine, my God, your business will completely explode. I work with so many of my clients based on all those things, and my God, now they feel like that they're walking on water, right? Because they have to improve on stuff. What do you have to improve on with your business? Number 4, what do you want to duplicate from 2022 into 2023 in your business, right? My duplication that I want to actually hit on is to get everything in place so when I get my new CEO, which I have them all, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you guys. So I've been working with a gentleman for the last 30 years. He trained me in the mental health field. He was my CEO. Right now, he's probably I shouldn't tell you, probably like in the 70s right now. And Carl Scott will be my new CEO of my business. Come spring, probably my second quarter, because I'm not going to do that no more. I know what I do well. Seminars and workshops and what I do well and people. That's what I do well. The day-to-day is operations of growing this business. I don't do that well at all. I mean, I can do it for right now because of where we're at. But where I want to take this business at, I have to find someone else of who I know and I trust. We're about 80-20. The 20% of the times we have a challenge, we do talk it out. We might have to wait for a day or two, but we do talk it out. Right? So the question that I have is for you, right? What do you want to duplicate in your business from 2022 now to 2023? Right? The next one. In your business, what don't you want to duplicate in 2022? And for me, I didn't want to duplicate when I was waiting on a loan to come in from SBA. It didn't come through. And I spent a lot of my money and everything else, and I didn't manage it right. Now this year, I have a CPA. I'm going to get a CFO pretty soon. I'm going to have everything completely done because the brain of your business is financials. If that's not in place, there's nothing's in place, right? So I had to actually change a lot of my strategy that I was doing, right? So what I learned from all this stuff is that you have to get everything in order and systemize it so you can actually grow. So here it goes. What did you learn from what you don't want to duplicate in 2022? And last but not least, right? What decisions in your business did you make in 2022 that is going to shape 2023? My biggest decisions and the distinctions that I made is to get me a CEO and a president of my business. I can't do both. I can't do it all. I know what I'm great at. I know the things I need to actually work on. Right? And a lot of my clients, right, they hire me because they know that they need a coach that's going to see the road ahead of them and figure out how to actually grow the business exponentially. But the first thing that I work on is mindset, mental health, whatever's taking place, because that's what's going to actually grow your business. So here's the last question about the business side. What decisions did you make in 2022 to shape this year so you can carry it on to next year? Fair enough? Beautiful. So let's go into the final landing, guys, right? We'll go to the final landing. So I'm pretty jazzed about this, right? So here's going to be a quick goal-setting workshop. I went to what was that? I think Zig Ziglar program, my God, years ago. And I remember what he talked about, and I'm not going to take credit for this at all. But Zig Ziglar is a man. I also uh, give praise and honor to the people that I worked with in the past. I worked with guys like Tony Robbins and Chet Holmes. A lot of the stuff and all of my strategy have come from a lot of them as well. So I just added a little bit of what I do, the mental health part of it, and being in the field for so many years to actually shape and change how people think about their business. So here it goes. Here is what I'm going to focus on, right? I want you to write down 10 goals that you want to create in the next 12 months, right? So I want you to write down 10 goals that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months. And I want you to put down this date right now, whatever date that you watch this, hear this video at, or this audio, this podcast out. And then from all of the goals in present tense, I want you to say I achieved, or I drive, or I weigh, like it's already happened, right? So imagine if you had a magic wand and you could only pick one goal in the next 24 hours. Which goal had the most positive impact for like this, for your list of 10? And then make a circle around it, right? And here's what I want you to do is for this goal. I want you then to take that one goal and do a 7-step process. Write down the goals, write down the date that you have right now. Everything that you want to do to accomplish this goal. I want you to write down the activity that you have to do. What I do with my clients, we do a 30, 60, 90-day game plan. We first do a year one, then we go backwards. 30, 60, 90 days, and we do a weekly game plan, right? Timeline to achieve this goal. When do you want to have this goal achieved? Then we track and measure. If you're getting closer or further away, and if you're getting further away to change your approach until you hit your goal. And then here's the last step. You act as if. You walk like it. You talk like it. You become it. You tell everybody about your goal. What I do, literally in my goals, I have a mastermind group and we talk about my goals. Talk about what I want to create, what I've already created, right? And I talk about, do everything else, but I do the right activity. Figure out if I'm getting closer or further away, and I change my approach until when? Until I reach my goal. Here it goes. If you do this, and put a time limit on the end, last but not least, I didn't talk about this, but I will. If you do what I call as incantations, if you go Think and Grow Rich, that's the thing called auto suggestions. An incantation is when you have something with feelings, with emotions, so it gets inside your subconscious mind, so you can make that change. When you can do that, your whole world would change. I guarantee that. So, guys, as you guys know, I gave you guys a lot today. The reason why, guys, is it's really the first of the year. I want you to get what you want. I want you to get your goals and your dreams and everything else, right? So a little bit of history about myself. If you guys don't know me, forgot about saying this when I first started. My name is Dr. John Oda. I have 3 decades of mental health experience, 2 decades plus of business coaching. Work with guys like Tony Robbins, Chet Holmes. Oh my God, the list goes on. Gary Vee, Brendan Burchard, Keith Cunningham, Scott Holman. I worked with the Tony Robbins group as a partnership for about 10 years. So I literally know everybody. Author of a couple books. I'm writing a new book right now. Hopefully it will be out springtime by the grace of God. My style is I write, I look the mindset, mental health, and biblically, and I put them all together to create goals and dreams that actually totally change your lives. So this year, guys, is going to be a powerful and a blessed year for me. My outcome is to have the exact same thing happen for you and for your family. If you need any of my services, we do offer business coaching, life coaching, parent and teen programs, which is one of my passions that I actually have. We also have a technology side, a PR side, and we have a digital marketing side. So we have different sides and everything else. Listen to me. Thank you so much for having me serve you. I'll do more podcasts throughout the year. That is a promise. For my mom and my dad, who's in heaven right now, Dad died 8 years ago. As a matter of fact, on January the 17th, he'd be 100 years old. And my mom died 4 years ago. Mom and Dad in heaven, I wish you guys, love you guys, miss you guys tremendously. I want to wish you guys also a happy anniversary, 76 years. Most people don't even live that long. Matter of fact, when Dad passed away almost 9 years ago, they were married for 67 years. Most people don't live that long, which is a God-sent blessing. So I thank you guys for having me speak for today. It has been an honor. And of course, I want to honor my parents as well. Guys, until the next time, take care. God bless. And bye for now.